Would you like to live a life of luxury? Would you like to make £50,000 a year?
Yes, well, you won't get it sitting there listening to this sort of rubbish all day. Get a brush!
Now just imagine that. Now imagine a show packed full of clean, clever, hilarious humor for all the family. Can you imagine a man who BBC television producers call a comic genius? Well, you're going to have to imagine one, because all we've got is Ken Dodd.
Thank you. Hi there, funny folk. Are you feeling funny?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at him in his pink bowler hat and flashing dicky bow.
Ooh, the state of him. Wearing shot silk khaki jumpers and chamois leather jockey shorts. Plus a peculiar device which I'm not allowed to begin to describe.
Oh, what a handsome devil he is. The strong skull. What's the word for it? Thick.
Tell us about his body. Is there anything worth dwelling on?
Well, from the back.
Oh.
Can you picture a big overripe peach with all that fuzz on it?
Yes?
Well, put that out of your mind right away. It's nothing like that.
Welcome to our imagination show, folks. But first, a word from our producer.
Hello, everybody. This show is full of humus.
No, you mean humorous. Humus is the stuff they put on rhubarb to make it grow.
I know what this show is full of.
Thank you. What a beautiful day, folks. What a beautiful day for exercising your imagination. Going into a strip club and shouting, "What time's the juggler come on?" With strong imagination, you can get anything you want. All you have to do, if you'd like a 40-inch bust, is to sit there imagining you've got one. It works just as well for women. I often wonder what other people think about when they go through their everyday business. You know, the ploughman, for instance, he goes along ploughing a lonely furrow behind a massive big Shire horse and thinking, I wish the wind was in the other direction.
I say, Ken boy, what sort of chap was your old man, and was he like you, balmy?
Hey, my dad was a businessman, an opportunist, yes. He used to get everything he could off the National Health.
That's all?
Do you know, I was the only kid in the infant school with a set of false teeth and a wig. Even our rabbit wore clinic specs. But we were happy.
Yes, well, my mum used to press the creases out of my little short trousers every morning before I went to school.
Ah, it's nice.
Not really. I was still in them when she pressed them. I'm sure it's affected me to this day, but we were happy.
Are you happy now?
Delirious.
My mum always saw we were up bright and early every morning. She used to shove a ferret in the bed. We're happy.
Here.
Bored, but happy.
Here, I remember when I was a lad.
Yes, Reggie?
I could go into a shop and get 6 comics, a bag of gobstoppers, a bottle of pop, 12 packets of chewing gum, a dozen model soldiers and a bag of marbles, and still have change out of a threatening bit.
How could you do that?
Well, I used to pinch him when the shopkeeper wasn't looking. I was happy, he wasn't, though.
My dad was a simple man. He used to enjoy watching us kids making our clog iron spark. He used to stick our fingers in the light socket. But we were happy.
My mum used to wash me in the dolly tub with the week's washing. I didn't mind that, but she used to stick me through the mangle afterwards.
Oh, that's shocking, that is.
If you think that was cruel, you should have seen how she pegged me out on the line.
But were you happy?
That's a pinch.
I told you not to leave your stockings in front of the fire. Now look what's happened to them.
That was an excerpt from Emily Bronte's Withering Tights. Sit down here, old man.
Thank you, my boy.
Now I am young and you are old.
Yes.
Tell me, what do you see?
I can see people travelling in horseless carriages.
Yes.
I see voices transmitted across continents.
Yes, yes.
Also, pictures being shown on a screen in every home. I see man-made contraptions flying in the sky.
Good.
But now it's fading. No, it's gone.
Well, those spectacles seem to work fine. Now be sure to come back next week and tell me when you got used to it. Right, now then, where's the next bit? I've lost my script.
Now, don't you worry, boy. I've got it written down here on this piece of paper.
Eh? That's a piece of string.
That's correct, boy. Now, come on, read out the announcement.
But this piece of string's blank.
You're probably looking on the wrong side.
Oh. Well, the other side of the piece of string is blank as well.
Well, Ken Bach, use your imagination, man. I mean, that's what the show's all about, isn't it?
Oh, yes, of course, yes. I'll read the piece of string.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the BBC have recently held an inquiry into motivation. The BBC were particularly anxious to find out what motivates the British public. They sent out their vast numbers of researchers to the public to find out what turned Joe Public on, according to the BBC.
Well. All that was on a little piece of string?
Yes.
Right, Ken Bach, you have got a good imagination.
Oh, yes. I knew you were stringing me along, Talf. I only have one thing to say to you.
What's that?
Get knotted.
Right.
We followed this up with a door-to-door research. We were going to choose a typical street at random. Then we discovered there's no such place as random, so instead we chose a typical street in Bishop Stortford. I'll try this place. What's it say? The Village Smithy. Ring anvil for blacksmith. Here goes.
You rang, Treasure.
Are you the blacksmith? A mighty man is he?
That's me, Tresh. I'm your original horny-handed, hairy-armed, granite jawed, steely-sinewed artisan himself.
Really?
Here, do you want to feel me fuse? Here, go on, feel me fuse.
No, I'd rather not, if you don't mind. Tell me, have you many friends?
Oh, definitely not. Oh, no. No, you see, they're all jealous of me.
Why are they jealous of you?
Well, it's because of me dynamic strength, isn't it?
Your strength?
Yes, oh, yes. You see, I'm the only blacksmith in these parts who can lift up me anvil and hold it right over me head.
You can lift an anvil over your head? That's fantastic. How many times have you done that?
Oh, only the once, sausage.
Once? Why only once?
Well, you don't think I've always talked like this, do you? Feel me fuse, me fuse.
I don't want to feel your fuse.
Now the sun's going down at the end of the day. It's a lonely old town. You're 1,000 miles away. Here I sit all alone, picturing your smile, till the day you come home, darling, once in a while. Think of me wherever you are. Wherever you are, I'm thinking of you, and my love will shine like the bright evening star that is shining on you, wherever you are. Now the moon's in the sky, and I'm missing you so. Time slowly goes by as the days come and go, till you're home once again. This is all I can say, darling, just now and then, at the end of each day. Think of me wherever you are, wherever you are. I'm longing to be every night. I know, no matter how far, that wherever you are, you're thinking of me. So good night and God bless wherever you may be. The moon that you see is shining on me. We may be worlds apart, but the love we knew then will be safe in my heart till you need it again. Think of me wherever you are, wherever you are. I'm thinking of you, and my love will shine like the bright evening star that is shining on you wherever you are. Think of me. Think of me.
Now to Knotty Ash University, where that fuzzy old philosopher, Professor Rufus Chakrabarty, is firing the faculties of his fellow physicists.
Right, students, thank you. Settle down. Thank you. Thank you. Put it away. Right. So you see, students, imagination can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it.
How do you look at it?
Through a pair of binoculars, usually.
It's not rubbish. Professor, where do you consider that imagination starts?
Well, usually with a copy of Penthouse or Playpen. Unfortunately, at my age, it ends there as well. The mind is a seething mass of brain cells with your frustrated desires sometimes working their way up to the surface.
What happens then?
Well, it's, look out, Bloodwin, I'm in condition tonight. Throughout history, there's been men of great imaginations who saw beyond the narrow confines of their environment. For instance, there was that bloke who invented metal underwear.
Metal underwear? Who was that?
Copernicus.
Copernicus.
Oh, Copernicus, yes. Well, it says Copernicus here. This writing's too near the paper. Copernicus. That's what it says, Copernicus. He worked on one of the last tram cars in Liverpool. He was a lightning conductor. And, let me finish, haven't done yet. One day, it's worse than this, one day during a thunderstorm, he fell downstairs on the tram. There was a quick flash, it was horrible. You know the rest, he got 6 months for frightening old ladies. Then there was Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb. Then went crackers trying to get it to work off the gas. There was Alexander Graham Bell, who got the idea for the telephone in the middle of a tinkle.
Oh. Well, Professor, what's the matter with me? I keep thinking I'm being followed by little coloured coconut and licorice things on legs.
Calm down, missus. You're imagining all sorts. You see, some people imagine they're being followed all the time. In fact, only the other day, this well-built young lady in a pair of short shorts kept turning around and shouting, "Stop following me, stop following me." It got so embarrassing, I had to jump off the back of the tandem.
Professor, I keep imagining I'm a cricket ball.
How's that?
Oh, don't you start.
Now then, students, I'm going to see what your innermost fears are. I'm going to analyze your dreams. Who's first?
Professor,
Yes,
I dreamt that a giant caterpillar with a policeman's helmet on was blowing raspberries at me from the spout of a teapot.
Well, that's a very interesting dream. It obviously means you're scared to death of being swallowed alive by a mad, raving, howling wolf with big yellow teeth.
Well, how do you make that out?
Well, isn't everybody? Yeah.
Throughout history, men of imagination have paid a bitter price.
Men like Socrates, the Greek philosopher, who was condemned to take a glass of poisonous hemlock, surrounded by his friends.
Thank you, friends. Well, it's time to go. Thank you for coming to share these last few sad moments with me. Somehow, it makes everything easier.
Well, I brought the glass of hemlock, oh Socrates.
You're in a bit of a hurry, aren't you?
Well, these things have to be done, my friend.
Yes, well, yes, but it's a bit hot. You say it's a bit hot at the moment. I can't drink it while it's hot.
I'll fan it with my toga.
What it is to have mates. So this is the end.
Yes.
My mind's made up. No, it's no use trying to stop me. No, I must drink the hemlock. Well, don't all rush at once, will you? Oh, well. So this is the final parting?
Yes!
Oh, dear. I've knocked over the goblet.
Well, that's all right. I got another bottle of hemlock here. Cheers!
Thought you might have, clever Dick. Now, are there any farewell messages from my faithful friends?
Farewell, O Socrates.
Farewell?
Uh-huh.
Is that all?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were going to read me that book of Homer's, you know, the big thick one. Did I ever tell you there's one about Jason and the Argonauts?
Yes!
Oh. Anybody got a cigar with him? 20 feet long.
Oh, goodness me, is that the time? Uh-huh. I'll have to be going.
Yeah, me too. Farewell, O Socrates. Here's your goblet.
You're a bit keen, aren't you?
Aye.
Did you get anything back on the empties? Did I ever tell you the one about the Minotaur? The man who bawls like a bull? Oh, all right then. Good health. What am I saying?
Uh-huh. Nasty, isn't it?
Nasty? It's flat. Here, I'm not drinking flat hemlock, but pass me toga.
Your toga?
Yes, we've just got time to nip down to the Parthenium for a drink. Come on, you get the first line in. Imagination, folks, and imagination is entertainment. Throughout history, whimsical men and women have amused and entertained us during our leisure hours. I mean, how did it all start? The first entertainer there ever was a singing caveman called Engelbert Ugg. Engelbert Ugg. He lived in a semi-detached cave with his missus 10,000 years BC.
Ugg, 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 Delilah. Ugg, 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 Delilah.
Oh, for goodness sake, what a racket.
Have you no soul, woman? This is music. I've just invented it.
Well, what's them in your hands?
A couple of stones. See, when I bang them together, they make a lovely melodious sound.
Oh, there's a novelty.
Listen to this.
Ugg, 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 baby.
Just do be careful with them stones.
Ugg, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey.
I told you to be careful.
What are you talking about? I've just invented yodeling. And I'll tell you something else.
What?
Doesn't half make your eyes water.
Meanwhile, over in Australia, the Aborigines were just discovering their didgeridoos.
Yes, well, we won't go into that.
In Paris, they had a right old time when they invented the can-can. That Toulouse-Lautrec was there all the time. Well, he had the best view of the lot, didn't he?
Hello, I am Toulouse.
Well, have them tightened up.
Not funny. I am up to here with those sort of cracks. Well, down to here anyway.
Aha, so there you are, Lautrec.
Sacre yellow, my landlord.
You owe me 50 francs for the food and the wine you have had. Are you going to pay me the money or not?
No, monsieur, I cannot pay you this week.
Why not?
I am a bit short.
In that case, you will have to paint the girls doing the can-can.
Oh, that is okay by me. Okay, girls, take it away while I paint you. Stop it. I am an artist. I cannot work with all this noise. Why do you silly girls shriek and scream when I am painting you doing the can-can?
Why? Because your paintbrush tickles us, you naughty little man.
I like it. As this is the final show in the present series, folks, I think it'd be a good idea to raise a few bob for the BBC by auctioning off, all the stuff we don't like, the cast, for instance. Well, answer. No, look, Mr. Lush, you've got to go. You've got to auction them off. So any bids? Who will make me a bid? What am I bid for this old Welsh dresser?
Hey, now what do you call in a Welsh dresser, you English swine?
Yeah, he's a bit skinny, isn't he?
Well, he's training to be a leak.
How much?
$4.90. I've cut a little bit off for cash.
Well, I'll take the lot.
Will you? I bet you say that to all the boys.
Not the ass nationalist. I'll be back.
Now there's Michael McClain.
Oh, now, you wouldn't sell me, would you, Ken?
Would I sell him? Would I sell him? What am I bid for this fine pre-war model? The bodywork needs a bit of attention. It's knocking a bit on both cylinders. Blowing a bit under the bonnet. A couple of screws loose. Only had one owner. Carefully used on a Sunday afternoon by a little old lady.
You think he'll go far?
As far as you want to, Mrs.
I take him.
And don't forget, Mrs., he has to be cranked on cold mornings. Right, anybody else left? Oh, yes, of course, Mr. John Graham. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, what about a fine, tall, dignified, sexy ex-guardsman?
My word, is that what he is?
No, that's what he's looking for. But you can have him, madam, from America. You can have him for a hat stand.
But where do I put the hat?
Use your imagination, Mrs. Well, that's the lot, is it? Oh, no, it isn't. No, we've got more, yes. Gretchen Franklin. What am I bid for Gretchen? Who'll make me an offer for this lovely little diddy lady, this fragile little Dresden doll?
Well, now, my mate and I, we'd like to put in a bid in a roundabout way.
Yes?
£5.
Well, what gives you the idea she'd be any use to you?
Well, it's a sort of came to us in a flash, like.
Flash, yeah.
Yes. Could she say, go away, forceful, like, rather loud?
Of course you can. Go on, love.
Go on, get off of it. Go on, get your up it.
Yes, that's nice.
Yes.
Well, what's this job you want her for?
Well, I'm the keeper of the Eddystone Light, and our foghorn's broken down. Could she sit on the roof and shout at the ships as they shoot up the channel?
That's the lot now, folks. Oh, well, that's it. All gone. One of me left. The party's over. No one wants me. That's all the thanks I get. Tried hard in this series to bring a little smile here and there. I don't ask for much. I better leave my BBC suit here. Regulation dress. Take off the trousers, coat. BBC shirt. There's my vest. Well, they're my own socks anyway. Oh, well, there I am. Starkers. Just a pair of black socks. Not even a laugh to finish on. Now, which is the way out?
Welcome to Woman's Hour. In the studio today, we
Hey?
have...
By Jove, I needed that. They can't touch you for it. You've been listening to the Ken Dodd Show, folks, and that was our final show of this present series. I'd just like to thank all the artists who've taken part in all the shows during the series later. Mr. Talfryn Thomas, the magnificent Welsh wizard. Miss Jo Manning-Wilson. Miss Gretchen Franklin. Mr. Michael McClain. Mr. John Graham. Mr. Chris Emmett. And Miss Miriam Margoyles. All these people, ladies and gentlemen, who've given us such wonderful shows. We'd also like to thank all the backroom boys and girls, starting with the magnificent Max Alcock, the greatest engineer in the world, Max Alcock, Ian Richardson, Zena Boyle, John Whitehall, and the lovely Leonie. I'd also like to thank the lads who have helped me to write the show during the season, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Dutton, Mr. Norman Beedle, Mr. David McKeller, Mr. John Pye, and Phillip. And best of all, our special thanks to our producer, Mr. Bobby Maniac Jaye!